In 1992, this 2.5 square mile city had 42 homicides, more per capita than anywhere in America. Last Thursday, 34 years later, the mayor walked up to a podium and announced something most Peninsula buyers still don't know happened. 2 full years, not a single homicide. This is East Palo Alto in April 2026. Here's the number that stuck. 42 murders in a city of 24,000 people. The crack epidemic, gang violence, and a police department so under-resourced it was running 9 officers per 10,000 residents, less than half the national average at the time. For a generation, that was the image that stayed. If you moved to the Peninsula any time after 2000, the story you heard about East Palo Alto was the 90s, the crack epidemic story, the gang violence story. That was it. That narrative has been running, mostly unchecked, for 34 years. Meanwhile, the city itself was doing something else. Starting in the early 2000s, East Palo Alto did something most cities don't do. They stopped treating crime as a policing problem and started treating it as a community problem. It wasn't one thing, it was a stack. In 2004, the city launched the East Palo Alto Crime Reduction Task Force. Community policing replaced enforcement-first policing. Faith groups, nonprofits, and residents built youth and workforce programs from scratch. One group of neighbors literally started photographing license plates of people driving into EPA to buy drugs and handed the data straight to the police. The city plugged neighborhood engagement directly into how every department operated. Federal task forces cleaned out organized violence. New development brought jobs and tax revenue the city had never had before. And the homicide count started falling year after year without a press cycle. Fast forward to 2023. For the first time in the city's modern history, East Palo Alto closed a calendar year with 0 homicides. Police Chief Jeff Liu called it, quote, the goal that always slipped through our fingers. Then, in April 2024, one tragic incident. Clock reset. And the city went back to work. On April 17, 2026, last Thursday, Mayor Webster Lincoln stepped up and announced the city had just crossed 2 full years since that April 2024 incident, without another homicide. 2 years. In a city that used to lead the country in the exact opposite direction. The mayor's own words, quote, this achievement belongs to the people of East Palo Alto, not the government, the residents. That matters because that's who did the work. Here's where it gets interesting if you're tracking the Peninsula market right now. As of February 2026, East Palo Alto homes are selling in 32 days. A year ago, it was 66, cut in half. Median sale price is up 1.7% year over year, sitting at about 1.1 million. And here's the part almost nobody's talking about. While EPA went up 1.7%, San Mateo County as a whole went down 7.2% year over year. Palo Alto itself down 7.5%. The broader peninsula is correcting. East Palo Alto is the rare peninsula submarket that's actually holding. That's not a coincidence. Perception is catching up to reality, and the data is showing it first. If you want the actual April 2026 East Palo Alto market report, every neighborhood broken out, every recent sale, pulled straight from MLS, drop EPA in the comments, and I'll send it over. No fluff, 0 pressure. If you're serious about the peninsula, you deserve to know what's actually happening on the ground, not what was happening 3 decades ago. I'm Graham Watts with Intero Real Estate. See you in the comments.